Morning, afternoon, and night. It's CBS 42 weather around the clock. Brought to you by Southern Home Structural Specialists. Now, the latest forecast from the CBS 42 Storm Team.
Happy Sunday evening, friends. I'm Storm Team Meteorologist Jacob Woods. The CBS 42 Storm Team has now activated a weather-aware day for Tuesday, July 22nd. That's when we expect the most widespread heat index values of 105 to 110 across all of central Alabama. And we already have a heat advisory for portions of the area for our Monday. We'll show you that here in just a second. First off, for the rest of this Sunday evening, more spots than not staying completely dry. We can't rule out an isolated shower or quick downpour that's short-lived north of Birmingham. That's where that 10% chance of rain comes into play. Otherwise, we're going to be dry and temperatures falling from the 80s into the upper 70s just before midnight. Skies eventually becoming mostly clear. Futurecast tells the story fairly well for the rest of the Sunday evening. A very muggy start to our Monday morning. Notice by 8 o'clock in the morning, most of us already hitting 80 degrees. So it is going to be just very, very warm start to our work week. Through noon, most spots are going to still be remaining dry, but temperatures already hitting 90 for most of us. And then as we go into the afternoon, it's kind of a split forecast for our Monday. Areas east of Interstate 65, even along Interstate 65 from Birmingham, Alabaster, Clanton points north to Coleman. East from there could see a quick, strong, or very gusty thunderstorm going into the afternoon and evening hours, and this could produce a lot of lightning and some very brief, heavy rain as well. So we'll be watching out for that. Can't rule out some of these becoming severe just for a little bit. Now, west of Interstate 65, western Alabama, the bigger story is the heat. For our Monday, temperatures will be warmest there, and also the heat index values will be highest across western Alabama, and that's where the heat advisory is in effect for portions of the region. As in terms of the storms, I think that most of these are going to kind of continue into the early overnight of Monday night, so we'll be watching out for that. There's that heat advisory in effect for Lamar, Fayette, Walker, Marion, Winston, Coleman counties from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. on Monday. That's where the heat advisory will be highest for us tomorrow. By Tuesday, I think it's going to be very widespread. Although this particular model says that we're just a degree shy of what we get to on Monday, I think it's mostly going to be very widespread, 105 to 110 on Tuesday afternoon. And same case for Wednesday, but then some relief as we go into Thursday, Friday. So the later part of this week, it just feels like it's in the lower triple digits, which is very typical standard afternoon heat for us here in late July. Here's that heat illness risk. So for sensitive groups out there on Monday, we are in that moderate to high category. It expands a little bit more for Tuesday. So that's why we've activated the weather aware for Tuesday for the very dangerous conditions that are going to be out there. So we got to hydrate well, take frequent breaks, take care of yourself, take care of your pets, your neighbors, those sorts of things. We are used to it here in the Deep South, especially here in the second half of summer. As we go into Wednesday through the rest of the week into the upcoming weekend, that's when we just want to have the umbrella ready, just about a given chance here every single afternoon for a storm to pop up. But obviously no overwhelming threat for widespread showers and storms in the forecast for any point this week.